Today we are taking you to the beautiful land of Tibet, famously known as the roof of the world and the third pole. Tibet is the world's highest plateau, located at an average elevation of 4,500 meters above sea level. This region is now an important state of China, but it was forcibly occupied by China. Tibet is the source of fresh water for over 1 billion people, mainly because 6 major rivers originate here: the Mekong, the Brahmaputra, the Indus, the Yangtze, the Salween, and the Huanghe. After the Arctic and Antarctic, Tibet is recognized worldwide as the 3rd largest reserve of fresh water. The world's highest peak, Mount Everest, lies on the border of Nepal and Tibet, adding unmatched beauty to this land. If anyone wants to see heaven on earth, they must visit here, and especially see Lake Namtso, also known as the Heaven Lake. It is the 2nd largest saltwater lake in China, and one of the most beautiful places on earth. According to mythology, Namtso was the daughter of Lord Indra, holding an aquarium in one hand and a mirror in the other. Another sacred site here is Yamdrok Lake, considered one of the holiest lakes of Tibet. It was formed nearly 1 million years ago when glaciers, rocks, and soil blocked the flow of rivers, a creation of nature itself. Tibet is also called the land of hot springs. Though a small region, it is extremely beautiful. Yangbajine is the highest place on earth with natural hot springs, steaming geysers that seem to touch the sky, with both hot and cold waters spreading across the land, making this place truly incredible. According to Tibetan beliefs, every lake is home to dragons, and every stone has a soul. They believe that circumambulating the mountains washes away sins and leads to spiritual growth. Tibetans are humble, deeply religious, and easily content. They welcome visitors with open arms. Traveling from India to Tibet is itself a journey filled with breathtaking beauty. The Hindustan-Tibet Road, built in 1850, and National Highway 22 are testaments to extraordinary human effort. They connect the two countries in a remarkable way. This road begins in Ambala, passing through Chandigarh, Shimla, and Spiti Valley, before ending at Khab village on the Tibet border. The narrow roads carved out of tall mountains are extremely risky to drive on. It feels as if you're inside a movie stunt scene. You can't help but hold your breath in awe. But for those who want to experience this adventure, who can possibly stop them? Friends, you should know that Tibet is the home of the Himalayas, the world's highest mountain range, which includes the magnificent Mount Everest. Apart from its towering peaks, Tibet is also famous for its breathtaking lakes and unique landscapes, such as the sparkling, sacred Namtso Lake and dramatic canyons. Truly, there are countless sights here that you won't find anywhere else in the world. Tibet also has a rich and ancient culture, deeply influenced over centuries by China, India, and Nepal. You can see this culture reflected in its architecture, its food, its local language, and its religious practices. Everything in daily life shows the strong influence of Buddhism, which is at the very center of Tibetan existence. Friends, Tibet has its own customs and beliefs. And honestly, some of them are so unusual that they can send shivers down your spine. Around the world, different religions and cultures have their own funeral traditions. In some, the body is cremated. In others, it is buried. But in Tibet, the practice is very different. Their unique funeral ritual is called a sky burial, also known as jator. In this practice, the body of the deceased is taken to a high place and left there, so that vultures and birds of prey can feed on it. But why is this done? It is said that there are many beliefs around this practice. Some people say that because of the high altitude, it is difficult to get wood, so vultures are given food here. Some say that since eagles, crows, and vultures do not easily find food in this region, the bodies are left for them to eat. Now, what the real reason is, only you can know. But there are many countries that do not follow this belief. For example, if a Tibetan living in America passes away, with special permission, the body is brought to Tibet for the final rites, because in America, this method of funeral is not allowed. Friends, in Tibet, Buddhism is not just a religious belief, but it is deeply woven into every aspect of life. Experts say that Tibetan religion is very profound. You will be able to witness ancient rituals. You can explore sacred places. Seriously, you will find so much here that will give you detailed insights into this religion. Along with this, friends, there is the magnificent Potala Palace and many other attractions connected to this culture. Tibet is a land of cultural and man-made wonders. It is one of the best offbeat destinations to travel. From the monasteries of Lhasa to the natural beauty of Mount Everest and Kailash, this place is a blend of devotion and spirituality. Tibet takes you through some of the roughest terrains in the world, and at the same time, it brings you to some of the most famous Buddhist pilgrimage sites. The first name among them is the Potala Palace. Friends, Potala Palace in Lhasa is like a symbol of Tibet. This unique palace has the honor of being the world's oldest surviving royal residence. Located at an altitude of 3,750 meters and standing 100 meters above the city of Lhasa, Potala Palace has been a symbol of Tibet since its construction. Built in 637, this palace was the home of King Songtsen Gampo. It was reconstructed in the 16th century. A UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Potala Palace is a must-visit in Tibet. It showcases the history and heritage of Tibet and symbolizes its uniqueness. Also, visit the Red Palace, White Palace, and Golden Roof and enjoy the breathtaking views from here. Friends, this is Norbalinka, the treasure garden of Tibet, just 2 kilometers from Potala Palace. Norbalinka is also called a hidden tourist spot. Yes, this place is recognized by UNESCO for its significant cultural value. In the local language, it is also known as the Treasure Garden. Its construction began in the 18th century, and today's structure is the result of continuous expansion. Norbalinka has 3 parts: the courtyard in front of the royal residence, the main palace, and the woodland. All of them reflect Tibetan culture and heritage and warmly welcome tourists. Friends, this is the Jokang Temple, which is considered the mirror of Tibetan religion. It is located in the center of Old Lhasa city, surrounded by Barkwar Street. It is called the heart of ancient Lhasa. It is said that Jokang Temple holds an undisputed position in Tibetan Buddhism. Built by Songtsen Gampo in 647, Jokang Temple is Tibet's oldest civil structure. Its history is more than 1,300 years old. It showcases Tibetan, Tang Dynasty, Nepalese, and Indian architectural styles in a beautiful blend. The tradition of Tibetan monasteries and the layout of new religious sites began here. In Lhasa, this UNESCO heritage site is considered one of the most popular tourist attractions. It is the historic guard post of the UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Potala Palace. So if you are visiting Potala Palace, don't miss this spot at all. Friends, Tibet is a land of pride and glory. Mount Everest, the highest mountain in the world, is located in the southern part of Tingri County in southern Tibet. The international border between China and Nepal passes through its summit. Standing at 8,848 meters above sea level, this mountain is always covered in snow. Its body is pyramid-shaped, and its peak seems to touch the sky. The snow-capped peak gleams like silver every year, while its midsection remains hidden in clouds. Imagine how beautiful it must be. Every year, mountain lovers come here. For mountaineers, it is the perfect destination and truly a dream location. Friends, this is Yamdrok Lake, one of Tibet's 3 largest lakes. It is located about 100 kilometers southwest of Lhasa. The lake spans around 600 square kilometers with its vast depth. Inside the lake, there are more than 10 small mountainous islands that feel isolated from one another. Here, you will see flocks of ducks. The lake is full of fish, which are also very delicious to eat. Along with this, Mount Kailash and Lake Mansarovar are among the most remote but still highly popular tourist destinations in Tibet. Mount Kailash, a center of spirituality, stands at 6,714 meters, with its 4 massive walls and snow-covered peak creating a stunning view. For Hindus, it is considered the abode of Lord Shiva and is a highly sacred site. Lake Mansarovar, located about 30 kilometers from Mount Kailash, is one of the highest freshwater lakes in the world. The sacred lake is an important pilgrimage site for both Buddhists and Hindus, as it is believed that bathing in its holy waters washes away all sins. I hope, friends, that you understand that both spirituality and tourist destinations hold a special place here.